And welcome back on Take Action News with David Shuster, this final hour on Saturday, March 30th, as we round up. And of course, this is executive producer Daniel Marins in for David Shuster these 2 weeks while David Shuster is going to be on assignment. And, there was an interesting story. I want to, first of all, of course, give a shout out to all of our listeners and viewers in the Washington, D.C. area, listening to us on 1480 AM, weactradio.com. And there was an interesting story this week, and it's an interesting story because it involves people here in Washington, D.C., and that is apparently there is a serious deer problem in Rock Creek Park. There's overpopulation of deer, and apparently the National Park Service has decided that their approach to it is going to be shooting the deer and killing them. Could we have a zombie deer problem on our hands, Dana?
I think that might be taking it a little far, but I don't know how deer work, so maybe that would be much worse.
Are you going to be protesting out there with the protesters?
I am not. No. I do not care about deer. I know.
Oh my God. Did you have Lyme disease ever? Is that because I could see that? I could see that getting personal for someone.
I actually have had Lyme disease.
No kidding.
Yeah, I have.
So yeah. I think you might have a conflict of interest here. I don't know if we could get a sincere opinion on mercy for deer.
Right, when it's totally their fault. Yeah.
But, it's just one of these issues where you're kind of hoping for mercy for the animals.
Are we? Really? No, I'm just kidding. Maybe some people are. I don't really care.
The deer are very pretty, and that is something that I appreciate. I understand we need to thin out their numbers.
Right.
It reminds me of South Park. There was a South Park episode early on in the show where Jimbo, the uncle, Jimbo actually is the Vietnam vet, and I think it's Uncle Ted or something like that. They're told that there's an overpopulation of deer, and so they're like, "Hey Jimbo, let's thin out their numbers," and then they just use that as an excuse to hunt all the time.
Right. Yeah. Well, okay. When I was reading an article about it, I thought that the National Park Service made a good point that it's not hunting because it's not fun; it's a job. So.
Right.
It's different.
And if I file a W-2 as a serial killer, that could also be a job.
What? No. Hey, whoa, that escalated quickly. That escalated very quickly.